Lights. Inbound landing lights to be on at 10,000. Descent checklist complete.
Ladies and gentlemen, we shall soon be landing at Kaitag Airport.
I didn't know you were going there.
Oh, just a few days, then I'm going on to Kuala Lumpur.
Look, you'd better send Foster a telex.
Marsden Travel is a large European tour company with its headquarters in London. The chairman, Bill Marsden, is always keen to extend his business to new parts of the world, and the Sadrina project was a scheme for package tours to Southeast Asia. It was opposed from the beginning by the Inclusive Tours Director, Ron Howells.
I tell you, it won't work, Bill. There's nothing new about package tours to Southeast Asia. Travel firms in this country have been operating them for years.
Yes, but they've been operating mainly in the winter. Sadrina's proposal is for tours all the year round. It'll offer our regular clients exciting new places to go to. It's exactly what they want.
Well, we can't afford this project. It's too risky.
Look, Ron, I've got my own doubts about the project, too. But at least we should try and find out what it has to offer Marsden Travel.
Even if it means going into partnership with someone you've never worked with, in a part of the world you don't know.
Sadrina's been in the travel business in Singapore for 20 years. He's respected throughout Southeast Asia. You know that, Ron. Anyway, I've decided we should send someone out to take a closer look at Sadrina's companies in the East.
Yes, I know. Do you still want to send David Foster?
Yes, I do.
But Foster's got hardly any experience of the travel business. He's only a branch manager.
Remember, Ron, I was the one who brought Foster into this company. He's been with us almost a year. He's done well, extremely well. This project could give him the chance he needs to prove himself.
Maybe, but I still
Remember,
think...
Ron, you and I have been in the travel business a long time. What this company needs right now is young people with new ideas. That's why I'm sending David Foster. He's on his way here now. When he gets here, I want you to give him a detailed briefing.
Yes, I was on my way. I felt I was lucky that Bill Marsden had chosen me to go to the East after only 10 months in the travel business. I was determined to do well.
Hello, Rosemary.
Hello, Mr. Foster.
All right to go up?
Yes, certainly.
Thank you.
Get that off straight away, would you?
Yes, Mr. Marsden.
Hello, Mary.
Morning, Mr. Foster. Let me take those.
Come in. Ah, David.
Good morning, Mr. Marsden. Hello, Ron.
David?
Looking forward to your trip to the exotic East?
Yes, very much. It'll be the first time I've been outside Europe.
Well, we're delighted you're going on this reconnaissance for us. It'll be a great opportunity for you to show us what you can do in strange surroundings. Quite a challenge, in fact.
It could be a very exciting project, with a lot to offer our clients.
Do you really think our clients will agree with you?
It's our business to persuade them, isn't it?
David, I'm going to leave Ron to plan your reconnaissance in detail. He'll help you to sort out your arrangements and show you exactly what to do.
Thank you, Mr. Marsden.
Now, let's see. You're booked on a flight to Singapore on the 14th of February.
Yes, I was going to meet Sadrina in London.
Apparently, Sadrina's been delayed.
Oh?
By other business, somewhere in Europe. It's not essential to see him before you go. And his head office in Singapore would like you to start your trip as soon as possible.
So when should I leave?
You could go at the end of this week. What about the 5th?
Yes, fine. Shall I fix it?
Oh, don't worry. Hello, Hal's here. I want you to change Mr. Foster's flight to Singapore. I'd like him to leave on the 5th. Yes, he's got a ticket. Thanks. They'll check with the airline and call me back.
Where shall I be going after Singapore?
Oh, don't worry about that now. We'll work out your itinerary in a moment. By the way, I don't know if Bill Marsden warned you, but when you're on this reconnaissance, you'd better keep quiet about the purpose of your trip.
Really? Why?
Because if any of our rivals in the travel business get to hear about this new idea of Sadrina's, it won't be a new idea anymore.
Don't worry, Ron. Nobody outside this building is going to learn anything about the Sadrina project.
At the same time, don't forget to report back to me, at least once a week. I want to know about everything you do and see in Southeast Asia. Everything. Even if your reconnaissance turns out to be a failure.
A failure? You don't think much of this project, do you, Ron?
Look, David, over the years, Marsden Travel has continued to attract clients who just want good quality, reliable package tours in Europe. And those clients come back to us year after year.
Well, maybe so. But how long are we going to keep those clients if we don't give them new ideas for their holidays? Surely Mr. Marsden is right.
This project wasn't his idea, you know. It was Sadrina's. Oh, I know Bill Marsden thinks it's worth investigating. Excuse me. Howells, thanks. Your flight is confirmed.
Over the next few days, I tried to work out why Ron Howells was opposed to the Sadrina project. But I was much more concerned about making a success of my trip to the East. How much, please?
90p, please.
90p. There's £1. Keep the change.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Flight VA177 to New York.
And that's your boarding card for the flight, your bus ticket inside. You can get the bus through the doors at the end. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm flying to Singapore this afternoon.
Fine, I need your ticket and your passport, please.
Ticket?
Thank you.
My passport.
Thank you. Do you have any baggage?
Yes.
Would you like to put it on the scale?
And I have some hand baggage.
Oh, fine. You need a tag for that.
Thank you.
Would you like to sit in the smoking area or non-smoking area?
Non-smoking, please.
Non-smoking?
Could I have a seat by the window, please?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
That's fine. Now, will you be travelling by the bus to the airport?
Yes, I shall.
Fine. I need £1 for your bus fare, please.
£1. £1.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's your ticket back, your passport. This is your boarding card for the aircraft, the bus ticket inside. You get the bus through the doors at the end.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a pleasant flight, sir.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I was soon having my first look at a newspaper from Singapore and enjoying my first drink on the long flight to Southeast Asia. I had plenty of time to think about the Sadrina project and to look forward to my reconnaissance. After leaving Europe, the first stop was Bahrain. We spent about an hour on the ground, and by the beginning of the next day, the flight was well on its way to Singapore. In fact, we approached Singapore ahead of schedule.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land. Please return to your seat
Put your seat upright. Place your tray table to its original position.
Smallpox certificate, cholera certificate. Thank you. Thank you. Smallpox certificate.
Mr. Foster, how long do you intend to stay in Singapore?
4 days.
Where would you like to stay in Singapore?
I shall be staying at a hotel.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good day.
Hello.
Do you have anything to declare with you?
No, I haven't.
Any whiskey, brandy or cigarettes?
Oh, yes, I do have a bottle of whiskey.
Can we have a look at it?
Certainly.
Thank you. You may go.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Excuse me. Have you anything to declare?
No, ma'am.
Any cigarettes, tobacco, whiskey?
Because my flight had arrived early, I'd be able to see something of Singapore before it got dark.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
I'm Miss Lee from Mr. Sadrina's office.
Oh, how do you do?
How do you do? I've got a car waiting outside to take you to your hotel.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. This way, please. Did you have a nice flight, Mr. Foster?
Yes, it was very good.
That's good.
Oh, I managed to sleep on part of the way. It was very good service.
That's nice.
I just feel a little tired now then.
Not too tired, I hope. Would you like me to show you one or two places of interest?
Yes, thank you.
On our way to the hotel, all right?
Is that a stadium over there?
Yes, that's our national stadium.
What sort of sports do they play?
Mainly football, some athletics, band displays.
Band displays?
Yes, every year we have a brass band competition for our schools.
Oh.
That's the Padang over there.
Padang?
It's a local word which means open field. It's mainly used as a sports ground. And across the Padang there is the City Hall. The Prime Minister's offices are there.
Oh, cricket pitch?
Yeah, that's the cricket club over there. Do you play cricket?
Yes, I do.
Good at it?
Well, not bad.
Oh, this is the Elgin Bridge. And we're going over the Singapore River. Actually, we have a name for this area. It's called the Tongkang District. A lot of river trading goes on here.
I had been booked into a small hotel away from the centre of Singapore. It wasn't the kind of place where I'd be likely to meet anyone from the travel business.
I'll leave you now. See you sometime tomorrow.
Okay, thanks very much, Miss Lee.
Have a good rest. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
My name's Foster. I think you have a room reserved for me.
A moment, please.
Yes, Mr. Foster, we do have your reservation. Can I have your passport?
Yes.
Thank you. Your room number is 205, Mr. Foster.
205.
And how many nights will you be staying?
4 nights.
4 nights. Could you please sign over here?
Yes. Thank you. Oh, do you have a safe deposit box?
Yes, we have.
Oh, I'll just go and freshen up and I'll sort that out later, okay? Thanks very much.
Welcome.
This way, please. And this is your room, sir.
Oh,
Here are your keys.
very nice.
Yes, it is. And over here, sir, are the switches for the bedside lamp.
Mm-hmm.
This is the volume control for the radio. And this is the channel selector.
I see.
And over here, sir, is the balcony.
Oh, looks a good view.
Yes. And behind me is the bathroom.
Fine.
And if you require a television or a refrigerator, you call reception.
Well, that's very kind. Thank you very much. Oh, just a moment. There.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It seemed a very nice hotel, with pleasant staff and efficient service. I was tired after my flight, so I decided to have a shower and then go down to the bar for a drink.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Scotch and ice, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Foster? David Foster of Marsden Travel. Welcome to Singapore. Mind if I join you?
No, no, please sit down.
Thanks.
Here you are, sir.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Have we met before?
No, we haven't. My name's Helen Elliott.
Hello.
I'm a journalist. I write about the travel business. Is this your first visit to Singapore?
Yes, yes, it is.
Oh, it's a fascinating place once you know your way around.
I suppose you know Singapore well.
Yes, yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I'm writing an article about package tours for a magazine back home.
Oh, how interesting. And where's home?
Melbourne, Australia. Ever been there?
No, I'm afraid I haven't.
Oh, that's a pity. I expect you haven't time at the moment. You've enough places to visit in this region, I believe. Well, enough places for one reconnaissance, anyway.
Reconnaissance? I'm in Singapore for a holiday, Miss Elliott.
Oh, come on, Mr. Foster. Everyone in the travel business here knows why you're in Southeast Asia. As a matter of fact, we've been expecting you.
Non-zero lights. Inboard landing lights to be on at 10,000. Descent checklist complete.
Ladies and gentlemen, we shall soon be landing at Kai Tak Airport.
I didn't know you were going there.
Oh, just a few days, then I'm going on to Kuala Lumpur.
Look, you'd better send Foster a telex.
Bill Marsden, the chairman of Marsden Travel Limited, was interested in the Sadrina project, a scheme for package tours to Southeast Asia. The project was opposed by the company's inclusive tours director, Ron Howells.
There's nothing new about package tours to Southeast Asia. Travel firms in this country have been operating them for years.
Yes, but they've been operating mainly in the winter. Sadrina's proposal is for tours all the year round.
Despite Howells' opposition, Bill Marsden decided to send someone on a reconnaissance. He chose me. My name is David Foster, and I'd been in the travel business for less than a year when Marsden asked me to go to Southeast Asia. Yes, very much. It'll be the first time I've been outside Europe.
Well, we're delighted you're going on this reconnaissance for us. It'll be a great opportunity for you to show us what you can do in strange surroundings.
My first stop was Singapore, the headquarters of a group of companies associated with Sadrina, the tour operator who first suggested the project. The first person I met when I arrived in Singapore was one of Mr. Sadrina's assistants. She took me to my hotel.
Oh, just round the corner up the hill there.
That's fine. Oh, just up here?
I'd chosen a small hotel because it was important to keep my visit a secret. Very soon after I arrived, I had an unpleasant surprise. I was recognized by an Australian journalist by the name of Helen Elliott.
Oh, come on, Mr. Foster. Everyone in the travel business here knows why you're in Southeast Asia. As a matter of fact, we've been expecting you.
What? Well, where did you get your information from? After all, I didn't know I was coming to Singapore until a few days ago.
Mr. Foster, in the travel business, news travels fast.
So it seems. You know, Miss Elliott, I think I'm going to need another drink. Can I offer you one?
No, thanks, sir. I've got to meet some friends in a few minutes.
Can I have another whiskey, please? You better make that a large one.
Yes, sir.
Tell me something, Mr. Foster. Is it true that Marsden Travel are moving into the inclusive tours business in this part of the world?
You can't expect me to answer that. Anyway, you seem to know more about it than I do.
I don't know about that. There certainly are a few rumours going about.
Rumours?
Most of my journalist friends seem to think that Marsden are going to do a deal with the local tour operator.
I assure you, Miss Elliott, that's pure speculation. At the moment, Marsden Travel have no particular plans in this region. But I'd be very grateful if you could find out where these rumours are coming from.
I'll do my best. I can't promise you anything.
Here you are, sir.
Thank you. Oh, could I sign for this, please? Oh, my room number. I forgot
It's
my
on
number.
the end of your key.
Oh. Thank you. Sorry about that. I must be in need of a rest.
Oh, don't apologise. I must be going now anyway. Look, if I can find out anything about these rumours, I'll let you know. Where shall I contact you? Here?
Yes. Well, not for the next hour or so. I'm going to try and get some sleep.
Good idea. It takes a while to recover after a long flight. You'll probably have jet lag for a few days.
Look, why don't we meet for dinner tomorrow night?
Yes. I'd like that.
We could meet in the lobby. 8 o'clock?
That'd be great. I look forward to it.
Till tomorrow, then.
Yes. Sleep well.
I will.
I was certainly tired, but I was also worried that Helen Elliott knew why I was in Singapore. Anyway, there was nothing I could do about it immediately.
Hello, good morning. Mr. Foster, room 205. Can I order some breakfast, please? Yes. What is papaya? Oh, fine. Yes, I'll have some papaya. Then, let's see, scrambled eggs with some bacon. Yes. Coffee and some toast. Fine. Yes, that's all. Thanks very much. Goodbye.
Helen was right about the jet lag. When I woke up, I had no idea what the time was. But I felt much better, and I was looking forward to my breakfast.
Come in.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I brought you a breakfast.
Thank you.
Here's your bill, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Is this your first time in Singapore?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Have a pleasant stay.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Bye.
The first thing I had to do after breakfast was to change some money.
Thank you.
Could we sign over here, please?
Okay. Tell me, can I change my traveller's checks here?
Yes, you can. But you will get a better rate at a bank.
Is the bank far from here?
It's just down the road. Shall I get you a taxi, sir?
No, I think I prefer to walk. Exercise will do me good.
Or shall I show you on the map?
Please.
Good. We are here. You go down the hill into Orchard Road, and the bank is here.
So, we're here.
Yes.
I go down the hill.
Yes, sir.
Into Orchard Road.
Mm-hmm.
And the bank's here.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Can I keep this?
Yes, sir, you can.
Here's the key. Thanks for all your help. Bye.
Second, bye.
Morning. Morning. I'd like to change some traveller's checks, please. Where is
Over
it?
there, sir.
Ah, thank you.
Here's your checkbook, Mrs. Sadrina.
Thank you very much.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
I'd like to change some traveller's checks, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. May I have your passport, Mr. Foster?
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry.
Okay. Here's your passport.
Thank you.
And your receipt.
Thank you very much. Thanks very much. Lovely. Thank you.
Now I was ready to go to the Sadrina Group offices. I must admit, I was still worried about Helen Elliott.
Selamat pagi tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. This is in our national language Malay to greet all of you ladies and gentlemen a very pleasant morning. I am your guide and my name is Kit. We are on our Jurong Bird Park tour. The duration of the tour will be approximately 3 hours. And from here our first stop will be the largest orchid gardens in Singapore, the Mandai Orchid Gardens. You will be seeing the two main types of orchids, the Vanda and the Dendrobiums.
That's a very interesting plant.
How many species of orchids are there?
Altogether, we have 28,000 species of wild orchids and hybrids that we create.
28,000?
Yes, you wouldn't believe it.
That's a terrific amount.
28,000 species. That's right. And if you go over there, we have more to show you.
Thank you very much.
Aren't these beautiful?
Yes, they're really lovely. Where are you from, incidentally?
I'm from Jena, in Austria.
Ah. Are you here on holiday?
Yes, I'm in Singapore for the first time.
You like it?
Yes, it's very nice here. I like the hot weather and the different people and the lovely food you get. Such a change from Austria.
Super. How long will you be here?
For 3 weeks.
And then where will you go?
Then I go to Australia to visit some relatives.
Australia? That's where I come from.
I like walking around strange cities, but I got completely lost trying to find my way to the Sadrina offices.
Oh, excuse me. I was wondering if you could help me. I'm a bit lost.
I'm sorry. I'm from Thailand. I'm just stopping over for a few days before going to Indonesia.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you have a map?
Yes. Should I help you? Yes, I'm looking for Shenton Way.
Shenton Way. Oh, you'll have to take this lane out to the main road. Keep your right until you reach to Maxwell Road. Turn into Maxwell Road and get you to Shenton Way.
I see. So if I take this lane down here,
Yeah.
down to the main road,
Right.
turn right,
Turn
up to
right.
Maxwell Road.
Maxwell Road.
And then into Shenton Way.
Yes, into Shenton.
Yes. Well, I hope I get there. Thanks very much. Cheers. Bye-bye.
I was glad to find the Sadrina Group office at last. I was going to call on Sadrina's manager in Singapore. Sadrina himself was away.
Fine, Mr. Ramsey. I'll let Mr. Ong know when he comes in. Fine. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yes, can I help you?
Good morning. My name's David Foster, Marsden Travel, London. I've come to see Mr. Yeo. I haven't got a fixed appointment, but I think he's expecting me.
I'll let Mr. Yeo know. Would you like to take a seat?
Thank you.
Mr. Yeo, there is a Mr. Forster from London to see you. Right, I'll let him know. Okay. Mr. Forster, Mr. Yeo will be out shortly.
Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Foster.
Hello.
Roger Yeo.
Hello, Mr. Yeo.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Welcome to Singapore.
Oh, thank you very much.
Did you have a good flight from London?
Yes, very good. A little tiring, though.
Good. Well, have you got yourself settled down yet at the hotel?
Yes, fine, thank you
Good.
very much.
I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of a meeting at the moment.
Mr. Yeo introduced me to one of his assistants, Agnes, and asked her to show me round the offices. He explained that he was in the middle of a meeting and said that he would like to talk to me as soon as he was free.
We can talk.
Fine.
Right. Nice to meet
Thank you, Mr. Yeo. Okay.
Bye.
Shall I show you around the office now, Mr.
Thank you,
Foster?
Agnes.
This is our outbound operations office. It deals with travellers from
The first office dealt with outbound traffic, travellers from Singapore to other countries. The staff in here looked after visas, made flight reservations and issued tickets.
What's that table over there?
Oh, this is our outbound package counter. We handle package tours to the USA and Europe.
I was impressed. This confirmed all I had heard about the efficiency of Sadrina's operations. After the accounts office, I was shown the inbound traffic operations for travellers coming to Singapore.
This is Ruth, Mr. Foster of Marsden Travel.
Hello, Ruth. Where do most tourists come from?
Southeast Asia and Australia.
Agnes, how long do they usually stay for?
An average of 4 to 5 days. This is Florence.
Agnes told me that the number of tourists was increasing all the time, especially those who were stopping over in Singapore on their way to other countries.
Can we talk about my own travel arrangements now?
Yes, I'll take you to Linden now. She can sort out the arrangements for you.
Fine, thanks.
Thank you.
And where will you be going from here, Mr. Foster?
Indonesia, Jakarta,
And when do you intend to leave Singapore?
Monday.
That will be the 10th of February.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's quite a lot of
flights available. I will just check and see.
Thank you.
Ray, will you please check what flights are available on the 10th of February, Singapore, Jakarta?
Afternoon flights, preferably.
Okay.
What's the difference in time between Singapore and Jakarta?
They're half an hour behind us.
I see.
Do you have a visa for Indonesia?
Yes, I have.
And how long will you be staying in Jakarta?
Just a few days, then I'm off to Bali.
For a holiday?
No, unfortunately, I have to work.
There are 2 flights available in the afternoon. One at 2:45, the other one at 3:30.
Fine, I think the 3:30 in the afternoon. Thank you very much.
3:30? Fine, I'll fix your tickets then.
3:30. That evening, I met Helen Elliott again. We went to have dinner at some food stalls.
All right.
It's fine for me here.
All right.
Yeah.
This is the one I've been looking for.
Yeah.
The food is absolutely terrific. Now, what do you think you'd like?
Well, you seem to know all about it. Why don't you order for me?
Tell you what. Oh, look, David, could you grab that table?
Yep.
Oh, and could you order some beer?
Okay.
Okay. Could I have 2 of those? Okay. Thank you. And 2 of those. Yes, thank you. And 2 of these.
Thank you.
Okay.
How much is that?
$3.50, please.
$3.50. 1, 2. There should be a 50 in there.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ah, marvellous. That's very sweet of you. Well, aren't you going to ask me what I did today?
Hi.
Hi. Yes, what did you do?
Well, I went on a guided tour.
Interesting?
Yes, it was, very.
I see.
Surprise, surprise. You're very good with the chopsticks. Where did you learn that?
In London. I've been to a few Chinese restaurants.
Anybody'd think you'd been here for years. When are you leaving, anyway?
On Monday.
To London?
No, I'm going to Indonesia.
Tell me, David. Are Marsden Travel determined to move into the inclusive tours business in this area?
Oh, don't start all that again, Helen. I've told you before. We've made no firm decisions yet.
Well, that's just as well. From what I've heard, anyway.
What?
Well, you asked me to find out about those rumors. I did find out something. And I didn't think you're going to like it.
What do you mean?
Well, you see, David, there's another company out here interested in exactly the same business. But they've already started. Ahead of Marsden Travel.
Enunciator lights. Inbound landing lights to be on at 10,000. Descent checklist complete.
Ladies and gentlemen, we shall soon be landing at Kai Tak Airport.
I didn't know you were going there.
Oh, just a few days, then I'm going on to Kuala Lumpur.
Look, you'd better send Foster a telex.
I had been in the travel business for less than a year when I was chosen to go on a reconnaissance for the Sadrina project, a scheme involving my own company, Marsden Travel, and a group of tour operators in Southeast Asia. Bill Marsden, the chairman of Marsden Travel, was very keen on the project. But Ron Howells, the inclusive tours director, opposed it. Howells worked out the details of my reconnaissance and warned me to keep it a secret.
By the way, I don't know if Bill Marsden warned you, but when you're on this reconnaissance, you'd better keep quiet about the purpose of your trip.
Really? Why?
Because if any of our rivals in the travel business get to hear about this new idea of Sadrina's, it won't be a new idea anymore.
In fact, I didn't manage to keep my trip a secret. Helen Elliott, an Australian journalist, recognized me in Singapore. Somehow she had found out why I was there, and she had some very disturbing news for me.
What do you mean?
Well, you see, David, there's another company out here interested in exactly the same business. But they've already started, ahead of Marsden Travel.
Well, I don't understand.
Well, do you know of a company called Geneva Travel?
Well, surely everybody in our business knows Geneva Travel. We've been competitors for years. Well, they're our main European rivals.
And they're doing a deal with a local tour operator.
You mean a tour operator in Singapore?
Yes, that's what I've heard, anyway.
What about Paul Schultz?
Who?
Paul Schultz, the managing director of Geneva Travel. He happens to be a very clever negotiator.
So what are you going to do about it?
There's nothing I can do, except carry on with my trip.
I see. So you will be flying on to Jakarta on Monday?
Yeah, I shall spend 2 weeks in Indonesia, then I shall go on to the Philippines.
The Philippines? That's marvelous. I'll be in Manila about that time. Perhaps we could meet.
Yes, yeah, good idea.
Look, David, it's going to turn out all right. Honestly. So why don't you try and enjoy yourself on this trip? Forget about Geneva Travel and Paul Schultz.
Paul Schultz of Geneva Travel was a very successful tour operator. It wasn't going to be easy for me to forget him. I was also very worried about Helen Elliott. How did she know about Paul Schultz's plans and about my own reconnaissance? I'd been foolish to tell her where I was going on my trip, and I was determined not to give her any more information. Meanwhile, I sent a detailed report to Ron Howells.
If Miss Elliott's information is correct, Geneva Travel is setting up inclusive tours to the region, well in advance of our own plans. Well, that proves my point exactly. We should get Foster back here and cancel the project.
I don't agree, Ron. Our clients are becoming restless for a new type of holiday. The Sadrina project could offer just the thing they're looking for.
Bill, there's nothing new about inclusive holidays to the Far East. There must be plenty of firms with the same idea, not just Geneva Travel.
I still think our project is worth a try, provided, of course, we get the right type of deal with Sadrina.
That may not be so easy.
Well, we shall see. For the time being, there's something I'm more concerned about. Which tour operator in Southeast Asia is Paul Schultz dealing with? For the moment, Ron, I'd prefer to avoid mentioning Schultz and Geneva Travel when Sadrina comes to visit us.
And do we let Foster go on with his trip?
Of course. Where is he now?
In Indonesia. He should be on his way to Bandung.
The main purpose of my trip to Bandung was to visit the National Hotel Institute. I'd been invited to go and watch the students being trained for all kinds of jobs in the hotel trade.
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
That's a local speciality.
That's a local speciality. It's steak cooked in white sauce.
Yes.
Mr. Foster from London. How do you do? Hope I'm not interrupting. Thank you. Would it be possible for me to listen in? Sure. Thank you.
Most of the students will need to use English in their work, and learning the language is an important part of their training program.
Let's do that again, Joko.
Later, I took part in some training exercises.
I'd like a gin and tonic, please.
Gin and tonic? Joko, maybe the gentleman would like lunch.
Oh, yes, sir. Are you having lunch, sir?
Yes, I am.
Would you like to see our lunch menu?
Thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Can I take your order, please?
Yes. I'd like to start with shrimp cocktail calypso, please.
Saparini, remember to repeat the order, please.
Yes, sir. A shrimp cocktail calypso.
Yes. Then tenderloin steak.
A tenderloin steak.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like your steak done, sir?
Medium to rare, please.
Medium to rare.
Then to follow, vanilla ice cream.
A vanilla ice cream.
Mm-hmm. And to finish with, some coffee.
And a coffee.
Thank you.
Is there anything else, sir?
No, that's all fine. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Exercises like this give the students practical experience and help them to learn from each other.
Excuse me, sir. May I show you to your table, sir?
Oh, yes, please. Thank you. I think I ordered shrimp cocktail calypso.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm very sorry.
That's all right.
Remember, Saparini, the food is always served from the right side. Like this. And the sauce here.
Thank you.
Fine, waiter.
Sir, would you like to have some wine with your meal?
No, thank you. I still have a gin and tonic, and I think that's enough for lunch.
Thank you, sir, and enjoy your meal.
Thank you.
I enjoyed my stay in Bandung, but I was also looking forward to the next stage of my reconnaissance. A visit to the island of Bali.
Here's your room, Mr. Foster.
Thank you.
And a key.
Thank you. Oh, just a minute.
That's all right, Mr. Foster. No tipping in this hotel.
No tipping?
No, sir. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway, have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. A magnificent hotel in a beautiful setting. I was able to spend a few moments on my balcony, enjoying the view and the sea breeze, before I had a visit from the hotel's assistant manager.
Good afternoon, Mr. Foster.
Hello, how do you do?
Welcome to Bali.
Thank you.
This is my name card.
Mr. Jagara.
Yes, right.
Thank you.
Would you please?
Thank you. Ah, what's this?
This is our traditional welcome drink, which we always offer to all arriving guests.
Well, it's very nice. Thank you very much.
Have a nice day.
Cheers. Very good.
Mr. Foster, this is our registration card. Would you mind filling it in?
Thank you. Can I borrow your pen? Thank you.
By the way, Mr. Foster, is there anything I can do to help you?
Tell me, have there been any messages for me from London? I was anxious to get an answer to the report which I had sent to Ron Howells. But Mr. Jagara had only a message from Sadrina's associate in Bali. Ah, it's from the local tour operator here. Yes, I shall have to see him. Could you tell me how I could get there?
Can I see it? Oh, yes, this operator is not very far from here. It takes you about 10 minutes to go there. Shall I get a car for you?
No, I think I prefer to walk. I'd like to see some of the area now I'm here.
Fine. Just walk out from the hotel and then turn right.
Fine, thanks very much.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Can I give you a lift?
Oh, that's very kind of you. I'm going to the local travel agent.
I'm going that way too. Let's go.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay, bye. Good morning. My name is Mr. Foster from Marsden Travel, London. The manager left a message at my hotel for me to call here.
Just a minute. I'll call his secretary and tell her that you are here.
Thank you.
Would you like to take a seat?
Thank you very much.
Dan, ada Mr. Foster mau ketemu sama Mr. Oka. She won't be a moment, Mr. Foster.
Thank you.
I'm Dati, the manager's secretary. How do you do?
How do you do?
Have a seat.
Thank you.
What can I do for you, Mr. Foster?
Well, the manager here left a message at my hotel for me to call.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to see him if possible.
Oh, I'm sorry. At the moment, Mr. Oka is out.
Oh.
Can I help you then?
Well, yes. I'd like to go on some tours myself to see something of Bali.
I can send a car for you.
Well, I'd rather go on some guided coach tours if possible.
Oh, I see. Kathy, can you help Mr. Foster?
Yes, of course. How do you do, Mr. Foster?
How do you do?
These are our tours, and we have 5 tours by coach.
5 tours by coach?
That's right.
Well, that's good. Ah, Kintamani. That includes the barong dance, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Let's see. Well, I'd certainly like to go on the Kintamani tour. And also this one.
Yes?
What time would the coach arrive at my hotel if I were to take this tour?
Well, on this tour, we'll pick you up at 8:15 at your hotel.
8:15 at the hotel?
That's right.
Well, that's fine. Can I hold on to these brochures?
Of course, Mr. Foster.
Thank you. Well, thanks very much for all your help. I was looking forward to the tours round the island. Goodbye. But I was still worried about what was happening in London.
Yes?
Mr. Marsden, Mr. Sadrina's just arrived.
Right, show him in, will you?
Mr. Sadrina, Mr. Marsden.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Sadrina. Welcome back to London.
Thank you, Mr. Marsden.
I think you know Ron Howells, our Inclusive Tours Director.
Yes, of course, Mr. Howells.
Good morning, Mr. Sadrina.
Do sit down.
Thank you.
Would you like some coffee?
Yes, please.
Bring some coffee, Mary, would you?
Yes, Mr. Marsden.
Is your hotel all right, Mr. Sadrina?
Very comfortable, thank you. Well, perhaps we should begin to discuss the arrangements between us.
Before we do that, Mr. Sadrina, I must tell you that Mr. Howells thinks we should cancel the project.
Coffee, Mr. Marsden.
Thank you, Mary. Ron, would you...
Certainly. Thanks. Black or white, Mr. Sadrina?
Black, please. Mr. Howells, why do you think we should cancel the project?
It's too costly. Marsden Travel can't afford it.
But we have agreed to share the costs, as well as the profits. Surely a deal between us would be an excellent investment for Marsden Travel.
But we might be investing a great deal of money for very little profit.
I disagree with you, Mr. Howells. My impression is the British public are most eager to be offered a new kind of holiday. And tourist boards in Southeast Asia are most keen to promote travel from Europe all the year round.
I still think there are too many risks for us.
I am sorry to hear you say that, Mr. Howells. Marsden Travel has a considerable reputation, and it would be a pity to miss an opportunity of increasing it. I am sure Mr. Foster will confirm that in his report to you.
I think Mr. Sadrina's right. It's a chance we shouldn't miss. And I think we should get in touch with Foster. We haven't reacted to his first report yet. Ron, I think you should telephone him right away.
I'll try to get him. It might take a little time, though. He's in Bali.
In fact, it was the end of my second day on the island, and I was beginning to appreciate the beauty of the Balinese countryside.
Yes, this is Mr. Foster. Who? London? Mr. Howells. Yes, put him through, please. Hello, Ron? Ron, is that you? Do you know what time it is? It's the middle of the night here. What was that? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. A meeting with Schultz?
Inbound landing lights to be on at 10,000. Descent checklist complete.
Ladies and gentlemen, we shall soon be landing at Kai Tak Airport.
I didn't know you were going there.
Oh, just a few days, then I'm going on to Kuala Lumpur.
Look, you'd better send Foster a telex.
I had been sent to Southeast Asia on a reconnaissance for the Sadrina project. And while I was in Singapore, I was told by Helen Elliott, a travel journalist, that a rival company, Geneva Travel, was involved in a similar scheme. I reported this news back to London, and I was now in Bali waiting for advice and instructions from the Inclusive Tours Director, Ron Howells.
Hello.
Yes? Yes, this is Mr. Foster. Who? London? Mr. Howells? Yes, yes, put him through, please. Hello, Ron? Ron, is that you? Do you know what time it is? It's the middle of the night here. What was that? I'm sorry, Ron, I can't hear you. A meeting with Schultz? Hello? Hello, Ron? The line from London was very bad, and in the end I lost the call altogether. Hello? Operator? This is Mr. Foster, room 3425. I've lost my call from London. There was obviously going to be a long delay. I would just have to be patient. The next day, I cancelled all my arrangements and waited for Howells to call me at the hotel. I was impatient to know more about the meeting with Schultz that Howells had mentioned. I arranged to have the call put through to the swimming pool.
Oh, good afternoon, sir.
Hello.
What would you like to drink?
I'd like to try the cocoa head, please.
Cocoa head. Yes.
Thank you.
This is the cocoa head.
Thank you.
Have a good drink.
Thanks very much.
Good afternoon, this is Paul Barr speaking. What can I do for you? Oh, Mr. Foster? Oh, are you Mr. Foster?
Yes, sir.
This telephone call for you.
Thank you. Hello? Yes, this is Mr. Foster. Thank you. Hello, Ron?
Yes, Ron Howells here. Is that you, David? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you much better this time.
Good. We've received your report. Bill Marsden wants you to go ahead with the trip.
Is that okay with you? Yes, well, of course that's okay by me.
We'll give you further instructions soon.
After we've had a meeting with Paul Schultz.
Mr. Schultz, Mr. Marsden.
Hello, Paul.
Nice to see you again, Bill. Hello, Ron.
Paul?
When did you arrive in London?
About an hour ago. I took an early morning flight from Geneva.
And how's business with Geneva travel?
Oh, couldn't be better.
I must say I was rather surprised to receive your telegram requesting this meeting. What can we do for you?
I think maybe it's a question of what we can do for each other.
I don't quite follow you.
You've heard that we're about to extend our travel activities to the Far East.
One hears rumors, of course, but I don't quite see how it affects Marsden travel.
Are you telling me that your company has no plans to start operating tours to Southeast Asia?
If we had, the first people to know about it would be our own clients.
Bill, we've all been in the travel business for a long time. What's the point of being enemies?
What you're saying is, Paul, you want to corner this market for Geneva travel.
Not at all. I came to offer you a proposal that would avoid us competing for the same market. Jean Trav is interested in cooperation, not competition. Indeed, my negotiations with a tour operator in Southeast Asia are, shall we say, well advanced.
I continued my guided tours round Bali, going as an ordinary tourist.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we are going down the road to Bangli for a stop at a famous temple, which is very typical. It's located on a hillside with a beautiful big banyan tree inside it. And there is also a beautiful gate in front of the temple.
The gate is one of the finest examples of stonework in Bali. The figures on the gate are to stop evil spirits from entering. The temple itself is built on 3 levels. We followed Pillaman, our guide, into the courtyard on the 1st level.
This is the first courtyard of the temple. Look at the 2 dragons over there. The dragons represent spiritual life and earthly life.
What's this big tree?
That's a banyan tree. The banyan is the most holy tree for the Balinese, and you find it in many temples.
What is that up in the tree?
That's a kulkul.
Kulkul?
Yes. It's a kind of wooden bell for calling the people to the temple ceremony.
On the 3rd level of the temple, preparations for a festival were taking place. But we were allowed to walk around and take photographs of the temple shrines.
Now look over there, near the back of the temple. You can see a tall building with black roofs made of sugar palm.
Once again, Pillaman answered questions.
What is it called?
It's called Meru. It is a symbol of mountain and respect. It's the most important shrine in the temple, and it has 11 roofs.
Have you ever seen anything like this before, Mrs. Pratt?
No. Hilmar, what are they doing here?
These people are preparing for the temple ceremony.
Do they have the ceremony often?
No, every 210 days.
210 days?
Yes, according to the Balinese calendar.
So the Balinese calendar is different from ours, is it?
Yes, it is. Each month has 35 days.
So every 210 days is a Balinese 6 months?
That's right.
Oh, I see.
There was plenty of time for buying souvenirs. And I went with an English tourist who was determined to buy something at every place we stopped.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, that looks nice.
What do you think of that, John?
Yes, that's nice, isn't it? A bit big to pack, though. I don't think I can take that. Let's see. Let's try this. How much is that, please?
$2.
$2. How much is that in rupiahs, please?
In rupiahs, 800.
Oh, 800 rupees.
Yes.
Yes, it's a little too expensive. Thank you. Let's have a look. Oh, what's that? Yes, how much is that one, please?
50 rupiah.
What are those figures called?
Wayang.
Wayang.
For shadow plays, puppets for shadow
yes,
plays.
that's right.
I'll have 4, please.
Yes, you take 4?
Yes, please.
4, 200.
200. Yes. Here's 1,000. Have you any change?
Yes.
Thank you.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Thank you very much. I'll take them as they are. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, Mr. Foster.
Hello.
Sit down, please.
Thank you.
At the end of the day, I had another meeting with the assistant manager of the hotel.
Like a gin and tonic, please.
Right. Waiter.
Yes, sir.
2 gin and tonic, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Well, Mr. Foster, how are you getting on with your work here?
Oh, quite well, thanks. There are one...
I asked Mr. Jagara about tourism in Bali and about the kind of tourists that came to the hotel.
Facts up first. Your guests here at the hotel, where do most of them come from? I mean, let's say, for instance, how many come from Europe here?
It varies, of course, but I should say about 39%.
39%, as much as that?
Yes,
Could you
that's
bring that
right.
in, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. You're welcome. How long, on average, do your guests stay here?
About 3 to 4 days usually.
3 to 4 days?
That's right.
And what proportion of them come here on package tours? rather than private holidays?
Oh, about 70% of our guests come on group tours.
70%?
Yes.
I was still inexperienced, but I felt I was beginning to learn a little about the places where the Sadrina project would operate. The coach tours helped too. The next tour went to Kintamani, in the northern part of the island.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are in Kintamani. We will stop here for 20 minutes. So please take your time for photographs and anything else you want to do. That is Lake Batur. And over there is Mount Batur, which is more than 1,700 meters high. On top of it, you can see the volcano, which erupted in 1963. Fortunately, nobody was hurt.
Where are we on the map, Janet?
He said Kintamani, so we must be here.
There's Mount Batur, 1,717 metres.
How much is looking food? About 5,000, 5,200. Mm-hmm. And there's the lake over there. It's really fantastic, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Yes. Please, could you tell me what the black stuff is?
That's lava which has run down from the crater of the volcano.
Okay, I see. C'est de la lave qui a coulé du cratère et qui s'est répandue partout.
Philemon?
Yes, sir.
How long did you say we had here?
20 minutes. And I think it's time now for us to leave.
Yes, I think it is. Excuse me, I think we have to go now.
Okay.
The tour ended with a performance of the famous Barong dance. Philemon explained the meaning of the dance.
The dance shows the struggle between good and evil. Rangda the witch represents the forces of evil, and the Barong is a mythical creature representing good. As good and evil must exist together on earth, neither of them can win. The Barong's attendants come to fight Rangda. The witch put the attendants into a trance so that they attack themselves. In the end, the Barong returns and Rangda's evil influence is removed.
You still don't seem convinced, Mr. Howells. Well, surely you, and Mr. Marsden, of course, can see the advantages of 3 firms sharing the costs of a project like this. Together, we can offer a most attractive program of tours to Southeast Asia.
I appreciate your argument, Mr. Sadrina, and would have appreciated it even more if you'd told us about your negotiation with Paul Schultz.
Of all the tour operators in Europe, why did you go to Geneva Travel?
I have to tell you, gentlemen, that the first approach came from Mr. Schultz, not from me.
Of course, I have to admit it's reasonable to think of an arrangement between ourselves and a third party, for this project at any rate.
I don't agree. It's bound to interfere with our own plans.
Oh, believe me, Mr. Howells, Marsden Travel has nothing to lose by this deal, and everything to gain.
As far as I'm concerned, any deal with Paul Schultz is a bad one.
No, Ron. I think Mr. Sadrina is right. It's difficult to find money these days. More and more companies are going to be forced to share their resources and make deals like this.
Yes, I know that you and Mr. Schultz are rivals, but in this case I think that cooperation would be more profitable than competition. And with him we would gain access to clients from Europe as well as UK. I think you should consider his offer seriously.
Mr. Sadrina, are you absolutely convinced that this offer from Schultz is genuine?
Mr. Marsden, Geneva Travel needs business as much as you and I.
Right. We'll consider Schultz's proposal carefully. Ron, I think David Foster will have to be told what's going on.
Oh, no problem. I am leaving London tomorrow. I will tell him myself.
Foster won't be in Singapore. He's going to the Philippines.
Good. And all I have to do is to meet him in Manila.